115 laps await us here at Chicagoland for the Brandt 300. Round 15 brings us to this beautiful city and a great intermediate track. It's always great to come here. We've seen a lot of good battles, both in real life when this track was on the calendar and in the NAPRA now too. We're looking to see even more coming into tonight and some of the biggest hot prospects in row racing now. After last week's tryout session, coming into this race with very high hopes for a majority of this field, a lot of them being rookies. But let's waste no time to get into our NAPRA Media Network pre-race show. So, Toddy turns left. Please take it away.
All right, thank you. We can actually go ahead and get things started a bit early with the RPM rundown presented by Craven Engine. So it's going to be, as far as I know, 115 laps. Well, stage 1 and 2 are 30 and 70 and 75. It's a 1.500 mile asphalt trial with 18-degree banked corners. Fuel and tires matter a lot in tracks like this. There's also a questionable tip, but hopefully it helps. You can enter the high line. You can enter the high line when you're mostly in the backstretch, and then just drop to the bottom into the turns. But that's all I have for the RPM rundown.
All right, yeah, it's a very interesting track. The tires definitely can get eaten up, but they get eaten up much quicker than you would think. But we're just going to have to see these drivers deal with the kind of pit strategy that's going to come around, specifically around the tires. I don't think fuel strategy will be too much of a problem. Now let's head to post-race interviews and pre-race interview, and one person in having a good shot all the way up here. It's the 42 of Worsen. Why is there another me? Starting this race in P number 4. Where is he? There he is. So, P4 Worsen. Here, I'll bring you. P4 Worsen, not the most terrible qualifying effort that we've seen out of most of these drivers here. I mean, the gaps to some were absolutely tremendous, but coming into this race, how long do you hope at least you're going to be able to keep this very good track position that you've basically been handed to earlier on?
First off, which Mirage am I looking at?
The one in the middle.
All right, cool. Yeah, pretty good practice for both practice sessions, and pretty good quality. It's gonna look to stay up near the front, try not to get in any trouble, try not to get in any drama in a race like I always do, and just see how the track comes to me, see how the race comes to me. As you are currently undergoing mitosis. Anyways, so yeah, it's just gonna be, how can I conserve my fuel, my tires, conserve my track position, while conserving my track position at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of factors that can come into this race as well, but looking to see you do some good things here. We saw you do a lot of great things earlier on into this season, just a couple races ago, even just a Scorcher, but now looking for a little bit more here.
Yeah, we're gonna try not to screw strategy up this time. We're gonna try and not do as many stupid strategy calls.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. Well, now let's head over to our second and final interview all the way back here. Thank you, Worsen. Dude, someone like kick bands or something. Anyways, 15 right here of Hickory. I'll bring him up so we can talk to him a little. Hickory, you've been unfortunately on what can only really be described as a little bit of a lackluster season so far, coming into every race with a lot of hope, but unfortunately never really able to deliver in the end, as we've seen on multiple occasions. How are you feeling coming into this one?
Honestly, I just feel really, really excited, ready to get out here and go racing. Was P1 in practice. People are going to slide up. People are going to make contact. I think it's going to be a long, rolling race. And I think tires are going to be very important today. And I think we can get it done, honestly.
Yeah, all right. Well, it's definitely going to be interesting to see you try and climb over the challenges that we've seen earlier on in your season, but the car looks great, so hoping to see a good performance out of it as well.
I wonder why it looks great.
Yeah, anyways, now we'll head on to our NAPRA Media Network picks for today. I'll start it off. My first pick is definitely not Bands, because he sucks. The 94 car, one of the most insufferable drivers in the NAPRA, full stop. So I'll go with the guy directly next to him. It's the 14 in Noah. Noah has been on an absolute rampage recently. I mean, in his rookie season, won 4 races already out of 15. He's been sharing it back and forth with Hernan, and he's in a great position today. Starting P2, he always puts himself in great positions, and that's how he's able to end up on the top step of the podium so many times this year. But right behind him is another good one. It's 51 of Hernan, like I said, sharing wins all year with that 14 car, and 51's also been very, very quick. He was quick in practice and qualifying, starting in P3. But now, Toddy, who are your picks for this race?
All right, I'll say I'm getting distracted by the fact that there's like a lot of clones of you. But anyway, I have 2 picks. My first pick is Hernan. Now, like you mentioned, Hernan has been on some type of run, and I feel like he could get another one for tonight. And my second pick, well, I don't know if he can win this one because I know he'll finish that last. It's, to be honest, it's Henry, because I know he's probably going to finish somewhere mid pack. But those are my picks. Come on, bro.
2 very good picks as well. I mean, I think a lot of these guys at the front of the field, so it's some of the best drivers in the second division here, especially P2 and P3. P1 is very iffy. First pole of the year for Bands, so congratulate him on that. But now, I think the LNR guys, I mean, I know it's not my turn anymore, but I think the LNR guys might see something doing good here as well. I don't know. I just have kind of a feeling they may run up front a little bit. But now, it's going to move to one of our newest hires to the NAPRA Media Network and brand new commentator, broadcaster, and one of our specialists here for the world of row racing, standing directly next to me. It is Impartial, man. You know, you're a bit new here, obviously, coming into today, your first race as a part of the NAPRA Media Network. How are you feeling coming into this one, and who are your picks for this race?
First of all, I just want to say thank you for giving me the chance to join you guys on such a big stage, especially with the success that you guys have had. But my pick is definitely, I would say, an underdog. Genty and the number 26 DSR Ford. DSR coming into this race have a lot of trust for their rookies, and so Genty, the leading DSR, I think definitely could get the job done.
Yeah, the DSR cars, especially for their second division operations, they've had to put absolute full and tried faith into their rookies, especially throughout this previous tryout season, because it has been a rough time for them in the second division, and they're looking to turn that around. So, a very interesting pick, a bit farther down into the pack, but respectful nonetheless. And now we'll head to our fourth and final pick. Yeah, standing to my right-hand side, it's the 41 car in the NAPRA Cup Series and co-owner of Late Night Racing, our favorite Blackie. It is Supreme.
Favorite Blackie is nuts. But yeah. First off, get the bias out the way. I think all the LNR guys are gonna.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll cut off the. No, stop talking.
I think definitely glazing.
Oh, and someone kicked him. Someone kicked him. Bring him back up. He had a legit pick. All right.
I hope
well,
you know
Supreme, what is your
legitimate
legitimate pick? Is he muted? No, I just can't hear him.
That might have been my bad. I misclicked so bad.
And so Supreme has
He's back.
glitched out.
He's back.
And pull him up one more time. If this doesn't work, then we'll just
There we go.
awesome.
Come on up, buddy.
Come on. Speak your mind, man. Who do you think will do well? Okay, so his freedom of speech has officially been taken away, so we will skip by Supreme. Very
yeah, guys.
unfortunate.
Yeah, guys, it's Supreme here. I think.
Anyways, now, please stand if you are able, and if already standing, please stay risen as we will present NAPRA Media Network's rendition of the American National Anthem. Henry, please take it away.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so brightly we hailed, and the twilight's me, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bursting in air gave through the night. Not a flag was still there. Oh, signals that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the brave.
Always beautiful to hear coming from Henry, and one of the best singers in the NAPRA. Maybe if we had Cahill back, he might be able to compete, but Henry, that was absolutely incredible. But now, get us going after a bit of a technical issue here. Again, if his microphone works, it's the 41 in the Cup
It
Series
works.
of Supreme. Take it away.
Yes, sir. We're here in Chicago, baby. So without further ado, after a long delay, God bless America and the God fearing year in 2026. Drivers, start, yo, engines.
Engines are fired up here in the beautiful city of Chicago. 115 laps of racing around a 1.5 mile intermediate coming up after this.
Hey, Mirage. I've
God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
The NAPRA Media Network presents Season 8, Round 15 of the NAPRA Break Series, and we are in the great city of Chicago. Coming down a little bit to the south, it's 150 laps of fun into the nighttime here at the Brandt 300 at Chicagoland. And we are looking for some great racing for some great drivers here. Many rookies, many other veterans coming back as well to race in the series, and now it's gonna look to be a great race. Let's start you off now with our starting grid from Chicagoland. Starting in P1, a recently signed back to Mainer Motorsports after being cut from Blaze Technology Motorsports is the 94 Mainer Motorsports Toyota of Brandt, starting on pole with his first pole of his career in the NAPRA. Second, a man who has been on an incredible run this season, started on the high line, it's Noah. And then Hernan directly behind him, another incredible run that his drivers had his entire career and also throughout this season. And directly behind him, it's Worsen. And then Milky and Lewis will round in P7 and P8, it's Luke and Blaze. The 10 and the 42 rookies coming together again. They've started alongside each other multiple times this season, and today is no different. And Hickory directly behind them, P9, excited as we saw in the post-race interview to get racing here. But then P10, P11 is Genty, a brand new rookie to the series, and Henry. Behind him, it's Water, making his long-awaited return to the NAPRA Break Series in the 00 car for Drone Strike Racing, followed by Michigan. And then 3 more rookies to round out the field in P14, 15, and 16. It's Frog, Josh, and Cosmo. 2 DRM drivers and 1 DSR driver, rounding out the field here at Chicagoland. And now, we are just moments away from going green here, the 94, the control car for the first time in his NAPRA career. The chase is on. And to the Ohio Edison restart zone, let's shake, bake, and rumble. The Brandt 300 at Chicagoland's underway. Now already getting a great start directly off the line. The 14 is absolutely flying around the outside. Already overtaken the 94. Huge checkup on the high side now. 94 being overtaken by multiple people coming out of turn number 2. The 51 down to the inside, coming into turn number 3. 42's trying to dig his nose down in there. Almost sweeps up, pushes the 94 out of the way. You said you pushed me around earlier this season. I'll push you around now. Van's trying to find a way back into this field. Now lap 2, and everyone has already single filed out.
And the 15 starting to make moves in the mid-pack, looking for a move down below the 40 here. The 40 in contention to pass the 20 as we speak as well. Moving to the inside, that's the 40. 20 able to keep him at bay for the time being, but who knows with that 15 behind.
And now, all the way coming to lap 3, you see how spread out this racing gets. Now Milky trying down the inside of his teammate. It's a 42 Hernan. And now Worsen, wow, he is making that low line run like crazy. But that high run, especially off of turn number 2, Milky's going to clear him now. But now coming into turn number 3, is he going to try another dive? He has to play it a little bit more safe than he normally would, especially earlier on into this race. And that's a BTM boy right back there, one of the lone ones in this top 5. It's the 10 of Luke, a recent hire and one of the best friends of the 94 car of Bands, and those two have worked together immaculately in the past, and now even on different teams, we may see a little bit of it here anyways.
Towards the front, the 51 looking to the inside of the 14. Got help behind from the Lowe's number 94. Looks like the 51 does have the pace to try to contend for the race lead at the moment as they cross the line. Ticker showing only 0.05 of a second separates the two. As into 1 and 2, the 51 gonna get the move done, and they're too wide a little bit further back.
Erden and Noah, these two have come into this season throwing jabs at each other the entire time, but now 3 wide coming out of turn number 4. Very tight between the 14 and the 51 now. Noah's gonna barely beat him to the line that time by only 1/10 of a second now coming into turn number 1. Multiple cars behind him, and around and up into the wall is the 10 car of Luke. Running up in the top 5 now, relegated to the back of the field, and another hitting into the wall as the 41 as well. And now Brandt's trying to shove his nose down the inside of the 14 car, who's got help from the 42, but now the 42's going to try and shove his nose down the inside of Brandt's as well. Brandt's got that run off the high line, still fighting now for the lead of this race coming into turn number 1. Noah keeps taking it at the line, but here comes Brandt trying to shove it down there. Noah's clear Hernan. Brandt's now down to the inside. Hernan tries block, now down into the middle. The 94's got nowhere to go, and now clear of everyone. Hernan will take the lead coming to lap 8.
Hernan making
did gain a position there from great start. Now sitting in P9, looking through the guys in front of him. He's definitely gonna want to make a charge up through the field rather.
Absolutely, and these D2 drivers, they are much more relentless, especially when you know that you have a contract at stake here. Even if you just got signed, even if you've been in the second division for a long time, not the best thing to hear, especially when you're fighting for a win like this and you're fighting for the shot to prove that you can contend with the big guys and maybe, just maybe, get a ride in the prestigious D1 and race along some of the finest races in road racing itself. The 42 making his way up the field as well, pushing down the inside of the 94 of Brandt now coming out of turn number 4. Noah has been sufficiently held back by Hernan for the most part here for the past 2 or 3 laps. Brandt has to fall back into line here behind the 42 sandwich between 2 L&R cars. Worston will move up into a podium position.
The 26 a little bit further back, also trying to find some ground, makes his way to the outside of the 41, the 20, almost getting into him a little bit on that high side. The 26, the 40, and the guys behind keeping it clean so far.
And this is what we've seen every single week from Late Night Racing. I mean, you saw no bias from a 41 in the Cup Series. We talked to Supreme. No bias. He says L&R is one of the best teams in the league, but it has shown to be one of the best teams in the league. We have people like the 42 playing together and their teammates as well. The 41 has dropped back, unfortunately, a little bit behind. They've only got one big talent in the first division, but now crazy close racing between the 20 car and the 40 as well. Almost 3 wide. The 26, as we were talking about earlier, one of the lifelines to try and save the second division for Drone Strike Racing. I mean, when you talk about Drone Strike Racing, they've kind of fallen off here in the second division, but their first division is incredibly good. Most of the time, unfortunately, can't even keep up with the likes of Forza, but that's very hard to do in the first place. But their second division may have the tiniest sliver of hope coming into the butt end of this season with the new signings that they made and the new trades that they made. DSR may be putting themselves on the right track again.
Yeah, and while that's happening, drivers are already getting buck wild. I mean, this is the type of stuff that we expect for tracks like Chicagoland. I mean, we just saw Noah go taking the apron on the front stretch. He's getting close all the way to Hernan here. We could see another fight for the lead.
And Noah, he's been trying to make a move, but that run off the high line that the 51's been getting has been incredible. But was that a mishap coming into turn number 3 for the 51? It was a bit slow going in there. Normally you want to go in there at about 185 miles an hour. It didn't seem like that was the most ideal practice that the 51 took now. He's going to try a switchback in the trioval. He's going to make it work. But how impactful will being stuck to the outside line be here for the 14 car? He hasn't been too well at running that high line here at Chicagoland. But he's going to have to make it work if he wants to keep contending for this lead, especially if no more spots open up other down in the field. But now, Hickory is all the way up there as well, trying to fight for a top 5 here with the 94. Unfortunately, same thing with him again, stuck to the outside line, and the 15 car, just nowhere to go when you get stuck up there. I mean, obviously you get the run off of the corner, but there's just absolutely nothing you can do, especially if they're train racing down there. Now, here comes Worsen, attempting to find any gap he can. That 42 car, he has been hungry all season and is definitely searching for his first official win, but now 3 wide, and that 42 split in the middle of it. 20's gonna have to bail out before turn number 3. That was probably the best idea. Now Worsen pushing the 51 car up into the lead. Possibly a bit of a mistake there. That's your teammate, man. You don't want to be doing that. He's leading the race, but now 3 wide behind again. Vans tried to make it, wasn't able to sustain that high line for as long as he likely would have wanted to, but now coming in, it's lap 18, and 13 to go in stage 1.
14 for us.
You see Worsen about nearly he nearly got passed by Brandt here. Now Brandt, we haven't seen him as, despite him being a merchant for Super Speedways, we've never seen him at least up there in the top 5 for at least a while now. So it's good to see him up there while trying to fight for the lead.
And with 12 to go, Worsen for the moment was in second position, but he was delegated down to 3rd position after a pass from the 51 of Ernan. Does that mean
use that all the track space you can get?
Does that mean that the 42 space is starting to come down a bit?
You can kind of expect it, especially when you have an older track like this. Wears out the tires a lot, especially because I took a little spin in some of these race cars earlier, and you can see it's going to be a gamble if these guys are going to run it all the way, especially these guys in the front of the field. They're going to run it all the way to the end. Normally, your tires last about 30 laps, and that's about it. You will start spinning out, you will start losing horrendous amounts of grip. But if these guys choose to push it, who could take advantage of maybe a little bit of pit strategy coming into the latest stages of this first third of the race and maybe take away one of the stage wins that these guys have been battling so hard for the entire first 20 laps.
In the pre-race show, I did mention the 26 of Genty, and I'm going to stick by my decision. Genty in the 26 currently running P6, so definitely does have a chance if these leaders do decide to go on a little bit of an alternate strategy than everybody else.
And the alternate strategy talk, that might be the key, as we've got 2 cars coming down pit road right now, and that is Hickory and Noah.
Yeah.
14 and 15 going into their respective pit boxes, and this might be a little bit of an undercut strategy, possibly going for what I just said. Maybe if you stay out later into this stage, you could maybe try and make some moves for the lead for the people who did stay out the entire time, but multiple more people hitting in now, and that is the 00 car. Yeah, this is
hopping in his respective pit box. Definitely, like you said, looking for that undercut. Same thing with the 36. Like you said, that undercut could be the difference between the win and the loss. As I currently see 2 more guys about to pit.
And more and more. And they all just start funneling down and a busy pit road with 6 to go. It's 6 people in pit road. One all the way at the back and spread out throughout their starting position throughout most of the field, and their pit box is very spread out, but that will inherit the 42 of Worsen into the lead. And you got to start thinking about his strategy here, and he's coming in too.
Yep, the 96 also coming into the pit lane. That's going to bring the 26 and the 40 both up to second and first, respectively, for those two cars. Definitely, as it seems, looking to be a good thing for both of those.
Yeah, Henry.
Yep, the 26 looking to pit now. Same thing with the 41.
Yeah, there's 2 Henrys in this race. Don't get them mixed up, man. It's
Yeah.
very easy too, but one's a lap down and one's running P2, so it's very interesting to see how they're all going to shuffle out here. With 4 to go, we have over half the field under a lap, and oh no, the 26
drive through.
Oh my word, there goes your pick, man. I am so sorry.
Even though one of them's a lap down, one of them just got a drive through. But I won't say that it's a better thing.
Yeah.
Definitely, for the moment, it seems like my pick is definitely out the window.
Well, that kind of sucks. But
hey, life's life.
Right? It's
racing is rare racing, and especially when it's fast car. Now,
Definitely.
this is interesting. We got a tad bit of a surprise P1 here.
Wow,
Contact
Worsen
between the 15
making
and the
contact
42.
with Hickory.
Wow.
They both managed to keep it going, though. 40 going to inherit the lead. As I'm seeing pit lane is closed with 2 laps to go in the stage.
So the 40, he's going to have to stick to his guts here. He's going to have to stay on his strategy, and that might be hard to do. He is getting low on tires, and you can see him sliding around these corners. White flag in stage number 1. Everyone behind him is a lap down except for the 4 car, and the 40 pushes himself, washes up the track in the wall riding throughout the rest of turn number 2. Is he going to make it without getting all of these cars unlapped if he runs out of tires or fuel before he gets to the line? Oh my word! Lots of contact. 40 around, big crash. Around goes the 10, and the 40 is out of this race. No tires. It's a DNF, and that will lead the 4 car, I believe, as your stage winner here, all the way behind Monster Slam, also struggling to try and get to the line. Green-white checkered is out, and the 4 has no tires too. So it's going to be this one. No one will take it.
Yep, and with the retirement of the 40, I believe, everybody was unlapped, so it's fair game here.
It was unlapped. If he crossed the line, we may have to get our rule book out for this, because if he crossed the line after he had no tires, would it go to the 14 or would he still keep it? Because I don't think that was ever specified.
I'm believing that he's not going to keep it, considering that he technically retired from the race.
Yeah, so clearly that strategy I said did not work out. Never listened to me.
Yep, definitely not the best strategist that I've seen at the
not a good
moment.
crew
No
chief.
no insult there.
Not a good crew chief.
No insult meant there, but again, just not the strategy I would take.
Yeah, I think boxing earlier and then coming out with the rest of this little pack here, we did find that I'm pretty sure was the call, and that is every car on the racetrack into pit road. Good luck, officials, trying to figure out who's out of your box with that one, but coming out wins the race. Not really even a race off a pit road, more like a gentle stroll for the 41 of Milky. Will be the first one behind the pace car with 39 to go.
Milky definitely needed that position, considering his finishing position.
All right, and since that's happening, Milky's teammate Noah is right behind him in top 2.
LNR decisively trying to mark their name here as the best second division team. And it is somewhat clear now, on so far into the year, that, you know, Noah with 4 wins and
Is the
coming
41
into
gonna,
this.
the 41 gonna come down to pit road? Is this another alteration in strategy here?
I think they're just coming in to top up, probably. At 20, early off his line, and no way.
I'm sorry, what's happening right now?
The 36, I believe, yeah, that was the 36. His scheme got taken down mid-race, I'm pretty sure.
I'm sorry?
His scheme just randomly went blank and then it reappeared.
It's appearing on my end. Fun fact.
Yeah, now it's reappearing, but
yeah, that's the scheme.
that was the scheme you were supposed to run. That's your scheme.
Yeah.
Hey, why does it say Toddy on the back?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you to Ibar for making that. But it sucks that I'm not running that car. But it looks good. It
does look nice.
Yeah.
Nice
too bad it's a
car.
lap down.
Yeah. Well, it probably wouldn't be too different if you were racing it either. So.
Right.
We go green this time. And stage number 2 set for 81 or so laps this stage, if I'm not mistaken.
And so this may come down to who's going to be able to keep their position for as long as humanly possible. Noah's up at the front. Hans has found himself up at the front again.
It's also going to
Hans,
come
this is
down
just-
to strategy as well. Basically, whoever can conserve the most.
Yeah,
Well.
right. And I did mention this in the RPM rundown. Tires and fuel matter so much, which is probably why 2 cars went DNF today because of that.
Yeah, well, it's like every race. It's the same. Fuel goes down the exact same amount if you're holding down the throttle, but now let's head over to the Ohio Edison
zone.
restart zone, and we're green flag racing once again at Chicagoland. It's 36 to go at stage 2. Already a lot of contact in the back there. Hands almost getting 3 wide. They were 3 wide for a second. Noah slipping all the way down and trying to run away. Band's now trying to split middle of 3 wide with a 26 right below him. More contact in the back between Michigan and one on the car now. Huge push coming from the 26 into the back of the 94. 4 wide behind all the way through turn number 4. Even more contact. Michigan's gonna force a man down onto the grass as he's still 3 wide. And oh no! Around goes a 52 of Michigan off the bumper of his teammate. That's a 64 and it's a teammate. And now they have been relegated to the back of the field, and oh, I know Michigan's gonna have some angry words to share after that one.
Yeah, we're gonna see some words post race, but that's a huge tough break for Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan. One thing that you don't want in NASCAR is to be wrecked out. And the second thing you don't want in NASCAR is to be wrecked out by your teammate. That was a 64 and a brand new hire for DRM as well. And maybe the 52 might just be reconsidering that contract he signed just a couple days ago.
And on the radio,
He's gonna cut him
the
after.
number 94 Lowe's Toyota of bands is complaining about lag. So is this the start
That's
of
kind of a
lag
given.
becoming a factor, or is it something
no,
else?
that's,
Contact between the 26 and the 41.
Yeah, the light's been going on for at least by the time this race has started. But Noah pretty much has a huge gap away from Hernan. Well, I wouldn't say huge, but only 55 seconds off. But we could see if it's actually bigger or shorter, and it's getting a bit bigger, only at 67 seconds.
I would say that in front of kids, but now 26
I'll shoot them.
trying to rip the high line, and Hickory falls middle of 3 wide coming off at turn number 2 at 10 car. Teammate of the 15 now coming into turn number 3. He has to back out all the BTM boys Kind of coming back here, and there's a lot of contact between 15 and now contact between teammates. Again, even more, just one off each other. And that 26 car, he has to bail out as well. There's no way that he wants to get in the middle of that. Says no way. But now that he sees that it's just one, he's definitely trying. Here comes that 26 car. Maybe your pick wasn't entirely screwed over there. And now he comes down the inside of the 20. 42. Hit the wall in the front now, still in a podium position. Worsen, I don't think he wants just a P3, but oh my word, there's a lot of contact. The back, the 26. DSR on BTM violence as we've seen throughout this league's history. And now coming together once again at Chicagoland. Almost 3 wide, 2 on multiple occasions throughout the pack. Hickory making his way through, 26 making his way through, and Worsen trying to fight for that second rank on the podium with 29 to go in stage number 2.
And the 26 starting to get stuck on that high line again, trying to find some help as they exit onto the backstretch. Coming up to turns 3 and 4. You definitely don't want to be on the high side. You want to try to get as close to that white line as possible. But the 20 going to block the 26 from doing so.
And this is the kind of racing that I love to see at intermediates. It's the sort of spread out, but also sort of packed up racing. You can call it train racing, you can call it whatever you want, but I like how single file, these guys can run their own race, and more importantly, they can show off their skill without needing to rely on draft or hiding said lack of skill by using draft. I think whoever did these setups are, I do think they are very, very nice. It's 27 to go in stage 2, and we're seeing some great racing overall. Noah leading over Hernan. And Noah trying to find his teammate, now running in P3. It's the 41 of Milky. Milky has been a bit challenged throughout the first half of this season, and Milky has just, he's been able to push through. He's been able to push through very well. Won Nashville this year. It was his second win ever since season 6. 2-year hiatus. The 41 car comes back, wins a race almost immediately after starting his campaign in season 8, and I think that's a pretty good resume if you ask me. I mean, he's been just doing great this season. All of late night racing has.
Yes, definitely. And with the number 14 that's in the lead, he is a rookie, having 4 wins, his last being at Portland this year. So definitely some high caliber talent for the DRM Honda.
And well, this it's just absolutely great racing that we've seen throughout, you know, the intermediates. They always provide some great racing. I mean, you love to see the spread out racing, but sometimes you love to see this kind of racing too. There's a lot of contact between the 51 and 42. And now, side by side at multiple occasions throughout the rest of the field. Now, still single filing out just a little bit. Noah has kept on to the lead. Hung on to the lead as much as humanly possible, but great to see. But this is now Milky trying to make a move, but another move being made is the 10 on his teammate. It's the 15 of Hickory stuck to the outside, and he's trying to make it work. 10's trying to get a push from the 41 car. Single file through the top 3, now 4. 41 on 15 now with 22 coming to in stage number 2, but it's the 15 car just squished up against that outside lane, and that's not essentially where you want to be, unfortunately. He's going to lose a couple positions there, 2 to be exact, in the span of about 1.5 laps. Now it's looks like very spread out racing. Good to see sometimes, but it's so easy to commentate when, you know, races are going on like this. It's great to see all the action that these intermediates bring us, and you can really see what the difference between a good driver and a great driver is. I mean, it's not just the time that you can judge driving off of, it's so many other things, but intermediates are the perfect testing ground to see the ability of a driver without either drowning them in draft or drowning them with the inability to have said draft. Like, obviously, you need to be good on a road course, but you're not necessarily going to go to a road course to test how you are on ovals, because, like it or not, NASCAR primarily based on ovals, and these guys have to be pretty good at them to try and survive here, especially these newer hires in the Break Series. And coming into tonight, these team owners looking over the broadcast, and they're saying, oh wow, we may have made a mistake there, or this was a great idea, or anything like that. With just under 20 to go in stage number 2, I mean, this is the time where people start to flourish, and the skill of these new drivers can also be given an opportunity to flourish, but unfortunately, it hasn't been going the best for them. The highest placing rookie driver from these previous tryouts, and that is the P8, it's Henry, and it's, you know, Henry, it's, very, 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 very confusing sometimes when you've got multiple people with the same name, but from then on back, Frog Bro, Diablo, and Water, he was one of probably the most anticipated returns, that 00 car. I mean, he comes into this season, multiple season hiatus, and just absolutely shrouded in the amount of hype that he got, but maybe we'll see a little bit of it crumble. I mean, obviously, a great driver back in the day, 12 wins, his last one 3 seasons ago, and that 00 signed for Drone Strike Racing after coming to this previous tryout session, and yeah, he has just been on fire in the community-wise. He's a great guy. I've talked to him a lot, but, you know, sometimes it takes more than being a great guy to flourish on a racetrack, and he's kind of found where he is, but unfortunately where he is right now is P number 10, but right in front of him, I think this could be another headline of today, and it's the 94 car. Vans, he came into this race, it's his first start as a Mainer Motorsports driver. He got cut from Blaze Technology Motorsports in favor of a new rookie in the 5 car, someone also named Water. I know, if this league wasn't too confusing already. And so he moved to his own team, the team that he owns, and now he's running the 94 car. And unfortunately, he's just kind of been shuffled all the way out to the back. Started on pole during the first stage break, started P2, and now running outside the top 5, almost outside the top 10.
Oh wow. We also, unexpected way, we also got pit stops, and Luke, the 10 speeds, the 14, 10, and 51 immediately jumped ship into pit road. 2 cars haven't sped. Unfortunately, 1 has. Luke, drive through.
Yeah, wow, that was...
Oh, and Noah overshot!
Oh
Noah
my
overshot out of his
goodness!
box. That's also going to be a drive through. The guy fighting for the lead. And look at that, 14 and 10 both have a drive through. Hernan should be good because I saw him go in this box correctly, but that is a tough break for the 2 as more piss stops come away.
Oh my word. How the turns have essentially tabled here at Chicagoland. That 14 car, he's been on rails all night, and now he's going to be stuck 1, if not 2 laps down. That isn't just a scratch on a race today for the 14. That is a full-blown bonk on the head with a sledgehammer. And here comes most of the rest of the field now. Coming into pit road, 99 00. Also all filtering down here, gonna leave barely any out on the racetrack. Leader's gonna come in now. See the hand out the window, and just like we saw, it's just about 20 to 25 laps in, which is where the pit cycle is the exact same thing that we saw in stage number 1, and now we're seeing it again in stage number 2, except this time there's going to be no drama about staying out. These guys will have to come in. There's 10 to go now, and if you're iron on tires and that many people are pitting, you know no one's going to be able to make it to the end. I mean, people ran out of fuel, ran out of tires across the line with only a 30-lap stage. So now, with 10 laps to go, this definitely not going to be the same.
Right. And as we're heading 9 laps to go now, I believe Worsen is, never mind, he just pitted. Pretty much a whole shaky field for today. So I mean, we just see Worsen coming out of his box now. Henry, the Pug Motorsports Henry, just got into his box. I believe he is, I'm gonna guess like 1 lap down so far with the way that he's been running. So we're just gonna have to expect something to go out for today. But anyway, it's pretty much just been LNR 1 and 2 here, as we're now heading to 8 to go. Out of stage 2 almost over. As I don't think Worsen plans to battle his teammate unless he has a huge run on him, nearly taking the top on the outside. Now moving down to the bottom, it's LNR side by side here with Milky and Worsen. Worsen nearly making contact on Milky, nearly getting him there by the front bumper. Worsen up front, Milky too. Oh, nearly. They both nearly make contact once again. Pretty much an all-out battle for late night racing, and Russell, as far as I know, is not here. So who knows? What he might be later tonight, or probably tomorrow morning, to realize that one of his drivers won the Brandt 300, but we're gonna have to wait for the final stage for that to commence. But for now, Worsen's taking up to the top. Milky following his line, 6 to go. Pretty much an all-out scattered. You can also look at the huge gap. You can also look at the huge gap that both other cars got away from Brian, with only 2.3 seconds back.
And you could basically throw a blanket over this top 2. These guys have absolutely ran away with it. Just over 2 seconds P3, and a very, very solid finishing step. This could be for the stage. At this point, for the crew chief, you're just saying, go at it, man. I mean, Lewis is directly behind, but 2 seconds, highly doubt a catch in 5 laps, but no, anything can happen. We've seen it happen before. Teammates take each other out on the final lap. I mean, it happened to me multiple times in my career, and obviously, like, it's just insane how many different outcomes absolutely anything could have. But hopefully we don't see the big one in the next 4 miles.
Well, knowing how these guys were all wild, already making contact, Milky and Worsen, seeing how this race will progress into the final stage in, I guess, these final 10 or 5 laps, they definitely will. As we see Worsen getting into the lead now. Milky right in this bumper, 3 to go in this stage 2. 48 to go this entire race, mind you.
Yeah, 115 laps as stated before, and Eleanor has controlled many of them, and just completely proving why these cars are absolutely flying. But Milky, he's got to try and find another way around Worsen. Worsen here, he's looking for a stage win. He's looking for another great moment for himself, and that would be his first stage win of his career. But now Milky is attempting to take it away. The 41 car is really, really trying here. These top two have been at it all night. And it's certainly no exception in the final couple laps of this second stage. But I think what's mainly going to come down to is just the third stage. White flag in stage number 2. But if you can't get that third stage right, it doesn't matter how many stage wins you have, because if you lose the race at the end of the day, unfortunately, that's just not how you want it to go down, obviously. But now, coming all the way around, Milky looks like he's got it in the bag. Washes up. 41 will take the green-white checkered flag in stage number 2 for his second stage win on the campaign. Hits the pace car. Love to see it. Eleanor 1-2 for the second third of this race. And will likely be going green with around 40 to go here in the NAPRA Break Series. Chicagoland. It's such a great track to watch, and you know, we saw a battle all the way up there until the end. Worsen, unfortunately, can't even get that elusive stage win, but you know, anything can happen. And that's kind of the mindset that you have to keep as one of these drivers. Now, under a caution here for our favorite thing in NASCAR, stage cautions, I know, but everyone's down in a pit road right now, but all the way out, and 41's gonna come into his box. We're looking for people are not stopped in their box correctly. The 20 isn't. 20's outside his box. It might be a couple more. Milky might have been on the line. But that's very, very interesting that the official didn't call the 20 out on that. But, anyways, everyone's out of the pits now. And now, 1 hour mark at the Brandt 300 at Chicagoland. And it's the perfect time to tell you that you're watching the NAPRA Media Network from the great city of Chicago. The Brandt 300 is underway with 45 laps to go in the NAPRA Break Series. Find us on rowracing.com under the NAPRA, NAPRA Auto Parts Racing Association. And you can find us there. You can join the fun of our community. You'll get updates on trades, new streams, anything like that. But this is in the Brandt 300, and watching NAPRA Media Network from Chicago, round 15, season 8 of the Break Series, and this has been a good race to say nonetheless, but a bit of a surprise now in the lead. Someone who I believe stayed out during that pit cycle. It's the 36 in the car you would have been driving today, Toddy. It's Henry, and it's a great livery. I cannot even understate that. Anyways, yeah. I believe we will be going green with 40 to go.
Yeah, but earlier you did mention the Discord server and rowracing.com, MC Media, and all of that. Definitely an exciting race for you guys to check out in the EDRS IndyCar Series, the final race of the season. Drifting Flames looking to catch up to Cam. Definitely going to be an interesting race for sure.
Right. I'll mention this real quick. Since Henry's in the lead here and pretty much stayed out for, I believe, I don't know if he came in for the first cycle, but we know he stayed out here. But there may be a chance that he's probably going to get quickly shuffled back by the field. I mean, I really like how the 36 is up front, but we all know that he'll likely get shuffled back in this restart or these few laps.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter how good you are. Even Forza has been a victim of it at some times, but you know, just not having that tire advantage, especially on a restart. But you know, sometimes you have to make sacrifices to put yourself in a position that you want to be and you know best how to deal with it. But let's go to the Ohio Edison restart zone. They're already sideways, but with green flag racing, 41 to go. Multiple cars into the grass. 36 defending like crazy from the 00 directly behind him. 3 wide on multiple occasions throughout the field. Now 36. Diablo's trying to shove his nose down there, and there's a big crash in the background. That's a 41 of Milky around and into the infield. And sideways now, still wrecking, coming into turn number 3. 3 wide on multiple occasions. The front half of this pack almost 4 wide now. Henry slowly getting shuffled worse into the lead with 40 to go.
Right, like I mentioned, Henry slowly gets shot back. Oh, and there goes Michigan. Michigan is around in the back, doing a full 360, but he hits the wall and is now gotten back going. Now, I told you, Henry is already getting shuffled back, as there will be no caution so far. But though, there may be a chance we could see Henry fight for the lead, because he's still in the top 2, nearly top 3 here, as Hernan is about to pass.
Yep, you mentioned the 36 being shuffled back. That's definitely the case now, especially being a rookie, not knowing all the ins and outs of defending. That 36 was in the lead for a second, unfortunately lost it to the 42 of Larson. Now losing second to the 51.
Yeah,
and
wow.
Just dropping down the order. Quite unfortunate for that number 36 machine. Definitely had a big chance of a win, but again, just the situation with the tires causing that 36 to definitely fall down the field. And we need a counter for the amount of times I say definitely.
Yeah, if someone can, in post, if we could get like a YouTube short or something and get a counter of how many times this guy has definitely said definitely. That would be funny. But anyways, it's 37 to go this time, and like you were saying, unfortunate for him. I mean, it kind of keeps getting shuffled farther and farther behind, and at 36 is just, it's not, when you are put into a position when you have late night racing and, you know, Blaze Technology Motorsports and JRM and other incredible teams like that and other great drivers directly behind you, and you're on a tire disadvantage, it's not if you're going to get overtaken, it's likely when. He was able to hold off his podium position for about 3 laps, but now hopping all the way back in the field.
Definitely. That 36 now fighting to stay in about midfield, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely could have had a chance to win, as that counter just keeps going up.
And this has definitely been very, very interesting how these guys have been able to defend. I mean, look at this. They're just kind of running their own race, but you can see how they stick to one line and just try their best to keep it. You can see Brian doing it. You can see Hernan doing it, and look how that's helped turn a 51 car now into the lead of this race. 34 to go. We're 82 laps down. And this has been a great race for the 51. It's been a great race for the 14 as well. And every single person succeeding right now has succeeded earlier on into this race. And basically the entire race has been theirs. And again, you kind of have to feel for some of the newer rookies, especially the ones who just joined. Literally could have just been signed yesterday. Yesterday was the final day for signings, and you know, there were some signings that happened on Friday, and we're definitely seeing the impact of some of these rookies now, but unfortunately the front field of the Break Series isn't really feeling that impact. Now, the highest person up front is the 36 car, followed by Water or Diablo, whichever you would like to call them. But now there's a little bit of contact there between the 41 and, the 42 and the 20. 14 now trying to dig down the inside of his teammate, looking for any position that he can gain up. Slowly inching there all the way to the front that he's controlled for so much of this race. Now Hernan is going to have to defend what could possibly be 2 or more lines here from multiple different drivers. It's 31 to go, lap 85 here in the break series.
And Hernan definitely can get the job done. He did win at Shorster in 2026. I probably butchered that.
Gotcha.
Yes, thank you. Has 3 wins in total for the JRM Dodge guys. So it wouldn't be a surprise if the 51 can hold back some of the faster guys like the 14 of Noah and the 42 of Worsen, who has surprised all of us, especially with his response to your questions during the pre-race interviews.
Yeah, and this 51, he's got to try everything he can to defend because Noah is going to be going at it even more. Because that man, he is looking for 2 in a row, and if he's given the opportunity for it, he's not going to give it up very easily. But Hernan, he is definitely, he's trying to get every win he's got. Like I said before, trading wins between the 14 and the 51 all season. And now it's whichever can come out on top. As we get into the butt end of this season, as we get into the playoffs, I can definitely see these two making the championship 4 and fighting together at Miami, because essentially I think that's what's going to happen from what we've seen. Oh yeah, there is somebody on pit road, and I believe
that's the 26 of Henry.
Yeah.
Ooh, he nearly overshot his box there coming in.
Yeah, he kind of overshot, and he backed up, and he kind of fixed it. So 26 car for Drone Strike Racing coming in, first person to attempt the undercut here. Let's see if Eddie will try to follow him in. Looks like they won't. It's going to be a bit alone on pit road, and he's going to be stuck a lap down now until everyone else comes around. But then again, 45 laps through stage number 3. There's going to be pit stops, and there's going to be a bit of a shuffle. There's going to be people stuck a lap down, and there's going to be people who get their laps back from these leaders making pit stops. So let's look and see what these guys are going to start doing strategy-wise. I mean,
I do believe Henry in the 93 did.
Oh.
I believe Henry in the 93 did join Henry in the 26 in pitting. Meanwhile, 26 picking up a drive through for the blue line infraction. Definitely not what you need at the end of such a big race for you.
Yeah, it's 26 to go now. And this has been some great spread out racing. I really like it. I mean, how have you guys, especially you, Marshall, how have you been enjoying your first race here in the break series?
First race in the break series, definitely one of the biggest opportunities that I have had in my own road racing career, especially my road racing commentary career. So again, I thank you for that.
Yeah, it's always fun for us, and it's always fun bringing someone new on, and unfortunately it had to come at the departure of a beloved Toddy, and unfortunately this is the statement that I have to make right now, but Toddy will be retiring from his NAPRA broadcasting career after this weekend. So I'm hoping to see some great racing this weekend and send him off with some good vibes here from the NAPRA. But 23 to go now, the NAPRA Break Series, and they've been racing spread out all night, and we'll give you a chance to hear them right now. So if you would, Toddy, go ahead and do the honors and take us to our Corona Crank It Up with 23 laps to go.
Sure.
Lap 101 here at Chicagoland. We welcome you back from our Corona Crank It Up. There's been a little bit of a shuffle here. The 51 car came in the pit road, so did the 14, and look who that puts in the lead. It's the 15 of Hickory. He's going to come in, he's going to make his pit stop now. We're going to see who's going to be stuck a lap down after everyone comes in for their pit stops.
And the one of Josh, I do apologize for the interruption. He was given a drive-through at DRM Honda, a rookie here in the Break Series. Unfortunate for him, but needs to just keep it clean and consistent with 14 laps to go here.
That's all you could possibly ask for. Oh no! And not
Right as you
another
said
one.
that.
And the
Right
one's
as you
got
said that.
another drive-through. He really doesn't learn, does he?
Guess not.
Yeah, well, that gives the 20 the lead of the race. If we haven't seen any more obscure race leaders here. Lewis.
20 of Lewis.
Yeah.
Pretty consistent positioning throughout the entirety of the race. He is a rookie, and from my notes, I can't believe I'm saying this, but he does hate bands who started on pole.
It's more of a little bit of a back and forth situation, but if we were doing self-promotion earlier, I guess I'll do a little bit right now, but at least it's a tad bit related, quote unquote. It's NAPRA's D3, the PTN Falcon NASCAR Series comes to Kansas this Sunday, and we hope to see some of you guys there. And a very interesting run. Denny Hamlin in the 11 car leading the points, and I believe Lucas won his like third or fourth race a couple days back, but enough about me, and it's going to be 10 to go this time. And Lewis already coming up on even more lap traffic. Is going to be a what is going on?
The one given his third
drive-through
of the day.
So he got given a drive. What? Okay, let me get this straight.
What's going on?
He got given a drive-through for speeding in the pit lane once. He came in to serve his drive-through and got a blue line exiting his drive-through. So we got another drive-through, and then on his third drive-through attempt, he sped in pit road, and now he has to do it again.
Again, we just need to see some consistency out of that one for a decent finish. Because
so silly.
The win for the number one is definitely going to be out of the window here. Eight laps to go now in this NAPRA Break Series race here in Chicagoland. We thank you for sticking with us throughout the entirety of this session, and yeah, throughout the entirety of this season as well. Current race leader Lewis has definitely surprised all of us. The one given his third or fourth, I believe, fourth drive-through penalty, coming down pit road to serve it now. Hopefully, he can make it out clean here.
It doesn't look like he's not going over the pit road speed limit here, but he should be good. As long as he remembers to take that blue line. I mean, I understand that. I don't know if that was a rule.
I swear, if he gets a fifth,
taking the grass.
That's gotta be worthy of a short.
there we go. There we go.
Beautiful.
He's finally done something right.
It's also 6 to go, and Brian and Lewis is the one that's leading with, I believe,
It's being hunted down, though, by the 42. Look at how much he gained. The 42 gained half a second in one lap.
Just over a second from that 20. You're definitely gonna see a battle between these two within a few laps time if this pace continues from the 42.
And this is great racing here. And as Car Guy had pointed out, after a very interesting experience last night at Talladega, Lewis now leading the race. Two separate leagues and two very separate outcomes, but now Lewis is maybe dwelling a bit too hard on defending a back marker with 4 to go, as that 42 car is still gaining now under a second in gap and closing even more. There we go. 0.8. 0.8 of a second away with 3 to go. Will the 42 be able to catch up in time?
Just like the 20 definitely needs to be consistent if he wants any chance of keeping the 42 behind.
Right, and there could also be a chance that Henry, the 26 Henry, could try to get his lap back here, but we're not hitting the 2 to go. But besides that, pit road is closed, and we could see Brian get hit, especially Lewis get his win here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lewis.
the caution light on the bottom of your screen as well. Let's us see in real time if a caution does come out. So far, looking like none may be needed here.
Yeah, and Lewis will come around to take the white flag, leading on the white for the first time in his NAPRA career. Has to keep it clean. 2 more corners after this. Coming down the back straightaway now, Wurson is trying so hard to catch up. But the 26 really wanting screen time. The 20 will come around turn 4 for the final time, and his first Break Series win will come at the Brandt 300 at Chicagoland. And he wasn't there mid-race, he wasn't there early race, but he was there when it mattered. And Lewis will take home his first ever career win in the NAPRA.
Such a surprise finish. And all of our predictions from earlier in the broadcast are void and out the window.
Yeah.
Right. Apparently, and this might be allegedly, water was apparently turned by Henry Sanchez, the 36th. So we're gonna have to see some updates on that in post race.
Yeah. And there it is, passing the torch between the 15 and 20. It's a great sight to see. These two have been working together for years on end, and some of the best duo pairs, some of the best friends in the NAPRA as well, as Lewis will get to burn it down, and he has very much deserved it. Like I said earlier, we never really said his name early on, but he was there when it mattered, and that is all row racing needs. Stick with us here on the NAPRA Media Network for post-race interviews and other post-race ceremonies here from Chicagoland. The 20 is your winner, and we will be back after this.
Yeah, let's go! Oh, days!
Oh,
If you want to, Lewis, if you want to hop out, I can sit in the car
yes,
for you.
please, yes, please, yes, please.
First ever career win for the 20 car of Lewis, and in what a way it came. I mean, it was just absolutely crazy to see him come out of that deficit that he was in earlier on into this race, and eventually to just come home and take home his first ever victory. And I mean, this 20 car, this is obviously gotta be a special victory for you, Lewis. We got him right here. How are you feeling? How are you feeling after this one?
Oh man, I feel lightheaded, bro. Oh my god, we did it, bro. I knew it, bro. I knew this 20 car had potential. Oh my god, in those last remaining laps, I was just praying that Worsen couldn't catch me. But oh my god, first win. I don't even have any words, but anything is possible, bro. And that's for all the kids out there who dream the impossible. You can do it too, man. Oh my days, that was the most best race of my career. Oh my god, first win. Oh my god, I want to give a huge shout out to BTM, Forza, Hickory, all of my teammates. Thank you to Worsen and all those guys for racing me clean. It's all a huge pleasure to be here. I came in this league really ecstatic, and here I am getting my first win. Oh my days, I have no words. This is the best day of my life.
Yeah, that is great. That is great to
This is the
hear.
best day of his life. What the hell?
It would be if I was him too. But anyways, so much congrats on the win. Enjoy it, man. It's all
Yeah,
yours.
enjoy
Yes,
it. Yeah,
let's
you,
go,
you
boys.
deserve that.
Yeah,
You deserve
let's
that.
go.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, boys. Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for the interview, and it's always great to see you up like this. But now up in victory lane for the first time. So we'll actually head over to the man right here and the person who's actually responsible for bringing the great man who won today into this league, the 15 car of Hickory. But Hickory, unfortunately, wasn't on the best end of the finishing results. P6 just outside the top 5. Obviously not the best, but much better than some of your other performances. But just essentially just focus on, you know, one of your friends that, I mean, I've seen you work with him so much, and especially coming into this league and throughout the rest of this season. How does it feel to see someone like that get a win for the first time?
Bro, I actually shed a tear on that last lap, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've known Lewis for about 2, 3, 4 years now, and I've been training him ever since. And we went on a big ghosting stage where we never talked to each other. But I brought him back here into NAPRA, and ever since we've been talking a lot. We've been playing Minecraft. I mean, if anybody really deserves a win, it's Lewis. I mean, he has just put the work in, and honestly, as you can tell, he's ecstatic about stuff, man. And honestly, I couldn't be happier to put a win sticker on his car next week, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, focusing a little bit more on you now. How did the race for you and the 15 go in your eyes? And, you know, what was kind of happening there, especially mid-race? You led a couple laps, got up into the front, and then unfortunately just kind of fell back a little bit more there.
Well, honestly, in the beginning of stage 3, I just got Michigan, and a lot of us got Michigan at the beginning of the stage, and everybody fell back, but I was able to overcut and go from P9 to P6, and honestly, I'm not even mad about it. So, just couldn't catch Noah and Hernan, and you know that's been this whole season, but. We're gonna have to figure it out if we want to win a championship. Most importantly, if we want to win a race first. But yeah, we just gotta figure that out first.
Bit of struggle doing that this season, but hey, it's always great to see people like one of your best friends ending up in victory lane. So yeah,
Yes,
nice
it
talking
is.
to you. Now let's head on to the next person down. Like it, so let's go to the one guy who has his hand up. Let's go to Ginty in the 26 car. Let's hold on, where is he?
Hello.
Where is he?
His box
Okay, I
is right
can't
here.
find him.
Virtual interview.
Virtual interview with Ginty in the 26 car. New hire came through and you know, just kind of, you had a bunch of performances there, but at the end of the day, it kind of looked like you were fighting for screen time there. Got lapped before the end of the race, finishing in P13, and how'd the race go for you in the 26?
Well, it was a disappointing weekend, but we were able to bounce back from that rough first start in NAPRA, and just a disappointing weekend, but we can for sure do better in the 26 car, 100%.
Sorry, is that a voice changer?
No.
Okay.
Bounce back.
Anyways, thank you for the interview. We'll go one more pit stall down to the other guy that's named Henry. And he's right here, our honorary national anthem singer. And a
Yeah, it's
Beautiful
me.
national anthem. Beautiful national anthem.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Henry.
thank you.
Oh,
I try
look.
to.
You two are matching cowboy hats. That's cool.
Yeah.
So
Brothers.
we're just twins.
Exactly.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah.
Questions?
Well, anyways, going into this race, subbing for our very own in the 36 car, especially even just before the start of the race. How was everything?
Oh no, Mirage, I'm not subbing. This is my team now. Todd gave it
It's
to me.
Henry Chance 51.
Oh yeah, that is true.
It's
Kinda
just
forgot.
Henry.
Just call me
Anyways.
Chance, dude. Thank you.
Chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, Henry Chanzel, how is it going? You know, going through kind of what Motorsports or whatever it's called now.
Yeah, that's what it's called. You got it
Going
right. You
through,
got it right.
especially now you're on the 36. How's the team management going side on your end, especially in such a kind of high demand area in the time that is tryouts?
It's it's going pretty well. I'm liking what we're seeing. I like that we got a stage. Sucks that he couldn't pit when he really should have, but I'm grateful that I've taken on this team. I aim to get this team back to good points, and my goal for this team is just that my drivers show up. I don't care where they finish. I don't care if they win the race. They just have to show up. I want to keep this team alive, and I want to make sure this team survives for seasons to come.
You're welcome
This
for
team has had a historically bad track record of doing all the things you've just said. But anyways,
You're welcome.
coming into this
Have
race,
questions
it's,
if you want.
You're welcome from letting me give you those drivers.
Of course. Thank you for that.
Yeah. very, very beautiful scheme.
Did good.
That's very beautiful scheme.
Except for Monster.
Yeah.
Monster won the stage.
My sponsor, my primary will be back next week. I hope.
Yeah.
But Mirage, I do have a question for Mr. Chanze here.
Chanze?
Chanze is
Chance.
easy.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Sensei.
Yeah.
But
All right.
anyways, Henry, pretty consistent racing from you. We did find you in the lead for a little bit of the race. Just walk us through what was going on while you were in the lead, hoping
I
not
thought
to
I-
get past.
I thought I could undercut. The goal was to. So my fuel was low after the second stage break. I just thought I could stretch it in stage 3 and then pit so I can make it all the way to the end. But I just wasn't there. I wasn't there when I need to be, and I think me and the 20 were on the same strat because he was low on fuel too when they crossed that line, and he managed to make it work. I didn't. Chicagoland is like me and NASCAR 25 on Dover. We just somehow work, and I love this track. I love to come back here, and I want to see this car back in victory lane here. But we'll see what happens in the future, and yeah.
And Mirage, I'll go ahead and lob the mic back to you.
Please don't do that. This is very expensive. Anyways, no, I'm joking. This is very cheap. We're very cheap here at the NAPRA. But anyways, yeah, I know team ownership can be a bit of a challenge sometimes, but it's nice that you're taking it well, going through. I mean, you can't have the best of weeks all the time, but hey, we're looking forward to more from the Cowboy Hat Man later in the season.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You both wear cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Toddy, you just noticed that.
I literally
Yes,
said that about
yes, I
5
did.
minutes
He
ago.
literally pointed that
Oh,
out when we
Yes.
first interviewed.
I did not hear that. My headphones were off. I'm too busy watching Airbender.
All right, guys. If you let me
Anyways,
go, I gotta.
moving on.
Anyways, moving on.
Bye. Thank you.
Moving on. We thank
Thank
you
you.
again, Henry, for joining us.
But it looks like that will be it for post-race interviews. And but yeah, Toddy, how did it go from your end? How'd you like the race? I mean, second to last race. You're gonna be broadcasting here, so how'd you like it?
It's usual break series stuff. I'm pretty much so used to them just getting all feisty with each other, but now it's the Cup Series turn for tomorrow.
That's true. You are very used to that. But now, this is literally your first ever race impartial. How did it go for you? How did everything work out? Because it was an absolute blast having you today.
It was an absolute blast being here, first of all. And again, it was just, amazing being here and, being given this opportunity to be commentating for such a respectable league. You just couldn't ask for more from an experience, especially as a road racer that has been in these guys' shoes. And technically, currently still is in these guys' shoes.
Technically. Well, yeah, it's always great to see new people, and especially with one as well as you. So, yeah, I think this race went very well, but Lewis will take home His first ever win coming from P6 brings the victory to the 20 car. Blaze Technology Motorsports in the 2nd division will get a win here at Chicagoland. The Brandt 300 has finally come to an end, and that will also end the NAPRA Media Network's coverage here from Chicagoland. Round 15 was certainly something to write home about, but it has been a blast bringing you all the action. It's been impartial, Toddy, and all the hardworking men and women on our crew here from the beautiful city of Chicago. I'm Mirage, and we will see you.
Ooh, I'm so sorry. Apparently we all just got cut off there. That was Mirage. That was Imperial. First time commentating. And it's me, Toddy Turner. You can follow me on socials at Toddy Turner XX. So we'll see you tomorrow for the NAPRA Cup Series.